Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: rules. Who needs them? So here I am up at a place called the Nature Place in Florissant, Colorado. I am about 2 hours south of Denver, Colorado. I'm here presenting at a program called Total Solution. And I've been presenting for this program for some 12 years now. It's hard to believe it is. If I say it out loud, I'm like, holy crap, it's been 12 years. I've been presenting here for 12 years. And one of the first discussions that I will have tonight with the group is I will be talking about the rules. Now, when I first presented these rules some 12 years ago, I remember the first night very vividly because I remember presenting these rules thinking to myself, this is actually a way of living. These rules, if people were to live by these very rules that we are talking about, this would actually shift and change every single person's life who is in this room tonight. And so as I'm driving up here, I'm going through this first presentation in my head. And I got to thinking of you, the listener. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do a podcast on these rules. Now, just a couple of these rules, and then we'll talk about them. Rule number 1, be on time. Now think about this and the impact this would have if you're a person who is traditionally late and always blaming things on an alarm clock or a train or a stoplight, or if you're just a person who's blaming it on their kids, or if you're just a person who's late. Like, think about the impact that has in your life, always showing up late. First of all, for the people that you are impacting, they don't necessarily look at you in a trustworthy way. Because what do they know? If they set a time for 5 o'clock, chances are you're going to be late. It's disrespectful. And it puts stress on other people. And if you're always running late, it creates stress within your own life. You're rushing around the house, trying to get people ready, trying to get yourself ready, and many times we forget things. Even if you just listen to the description of this, if you're not a person who has a tendency to be late, you go, my God, that stresses me out. And that stress takes away focus and it takes away energy in your life. Take a look at rule number 3, no drugs, no alcohol. Now, traditionally, when people go to seminars, I've seen them, and I have been a part of this crew, where we end up sitting in a bar on a Friday night after the first presentation. We have cocktails till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we wake up and go to the program on a Saturday where we're half lit still and can barely pay attention. Now, to some of you listening, you're going, holy shit, this is the guy I'm listening to? But I'm just telling you, that's what I used to do. And I would be very out of focus, low energy for the first half of the program on day 2. At this program, we say, no drugs, no alcohol. And then it hit me years ago. There are people here right now who, when they get home from work, they go right for the alcohol. Maybe they have drugs. Maybe they watch TV. They go for some level of sedation. And as a result of that sedation, it's affecting their life, it's affecting their business, it's affecting their relationships, it's affecting their health. So that's a rule up here that we have that I also encourage people to look at home. And I'm not sitting here being holier than thou saying that you shouldn't have a cocktail or you shouldn't have a glass of wine. That's not the point. The point becomes is that when it starts to cross over into sedation, it starts to cross over into distraction, we now have a problem. We have an energy problem, we have a focus problem, we have a sedation problem. Only you can recognize that in your life. That's up to you, not me, to figure that one out. Then we kind of trickle down the road here, and we have a couple other ones we'd like to talk about. Oh, one of my favorite rules is have fun. How simple is that? To have fun. We're going to go through 3.5 days with these people, and if we're serious all the time, like most people are, and you don't have any fun, it's going to make it really difficult to learn. We tend to learn when we're looser and more relaxed. We tend to learn when we try to make it fun in the learning process. But also, as we're doing a ropes course, laugh. Have fun. As you're climbing a telephone pole or going through a V-wire, which is one of the things that we will do, or going across a V-wire, like try to have fun, try to take some breaths, try to actually enjoy the process. So many times in life, we take things so damn seriously that we stop having fun. In fact, what I've talked to my children about, and the reason that Daddy has so much fun, is because it drives me crazy to see boring adults. You know the ones. They're always so damn serious and they never have a good time. They also look at me like I'm a fucking nut job because I'm laughing and having fun with my kids dancing in a parking lot. Well, that's because this daddy is having fun. I want them to have fun. I want them to grow up to be kids that want to have fun. Another rule we have, turn off your damn cell phone or turn off your frickin' cell phone. There's 2 ways that we like to explain it. Why? Because the cell phone is just as distracting as going home and sedating by watching TV or having alcohol. And you know it as well. Maybe you've done this before where you come home and you've been surfing Facebook for 3 hours ignoring your family. Or maybe after the kids go to bed, you and your wife are sitting there across from each other doing the same thing, checking out Facebook and reading articles. Turn off the cell phone. See what happens. Now, that's just a few of the rules that we talk about while we're up here. We have many other ones. There's a total of 12 that I will talk about tonight. But the question that I have for you is, as you hear these first couple of rules that I talk about, is where does it sit with you? What's a takeaway for you? Or can you implement this? And if so, what kind of an impact would it have in your life? It's the beauty of sharing these rules and opening this door and this pathway for people, because I don't present them just in terms of this program. I present them in terms of life. And what are the possibilities that would exist in terms of your production, your connection, and your growth in your own life if you were to live by a certain set of rules that would remove distractions and help you to put your focus and your energy into things that truly matter in your life. So do yourself a favor as we wind up today's program. Just do yourself a favor and take a few minutes to sit down and write down what are some rules that you know you need to start implementing in your life. Whether it's in your health, it's your relationships, it's your business. I don't know where it is for you, but take the time right now to discover what those rules might be. Then make a commitment to yourself that you're going to follow through with these rules over the course of the next 7 days. Now, obviously, my hopes are that it goes past 7 days, but give it 7 days, the 7-day trial right off the bat, and just see where it takes you. I can all but guarantee if you have these rules that are removing distractions and they're allowing you to be focused and more energized, you're going to see greater connection and production across the board in your life. And hell, that's one of the reasons I do this every single week, Monday through Friday. So I've got for you here today, hey, if you would do me a favor, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher, and just drop a rating or a review. I'd really, really appreciate it. And finally, head on over to www.commitandgo.com where you can find out more about myself, my programs, and get your free downloadable video on time mastery. It's a time mastery program going to help you to remove distractions and really start to hone in on things that truly matter in your life and your business. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action to create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.